In this video, I'm going to do soft gel extensions and beginner-friendly gel polish nail art. But before we begin, I would like to share some exciting inspirational news. When I started doing nails back in 2004, I had some nail gurus, somebody I wanted to be like, and one of those people was Tom Bachik. He did nails for Selena Gomez, Jennifer Lopez, and many other celebrities you definitely know. And now he's collaborating with Modelones, one of my favorite nail brands. So I'm super excited we're going to use the same products. In this video, I will show you some of my favorite new products by Modelones, including Builder Nail Gel. You can use it for soft gel extensions to make them faster and to make them last longer. Also, we're going to unpack gel nail polish kit and do some cool nail art. Coming up. Hello guys, this is Anastasia. Let's unpack this kit. It includes 3 essentials: base coat, top coat, and builder nail gel, all in big volumes, 15 milliliters. Top coat is glossy and no wipe, and builder gel is so thick. Just look at this consistency. I will show you how you can use it for soft gel tips today. Gel polish kit includes 20 colors, including white, and the rest of them are mostly pink and beige. They have medium thick consistency and amazing coverage. The kit also includes glossy and matte top coat, non-acid nail primer, and the base coat. Let's do the nails. This is my client's nails. She had soft gel extensions she did by herself, and she said that some of the nails are about to fall off. So I guess we are expecting some product lifting here. First, I'm going to clip off the free edge with tip cutter because this way it's much faster and it saves a lot of time. So I trim it as short as possible, and then I use electric nail file to remove the color. I was going to soak off her nails afterwards, but as I started removing the color, filing off the product, I noticed that there is too much product lifting on most nails, so we ended up taking them off using only electric nail file. Usually when I use filing off method on soft gel tips, it's super easy and fast because normally they are very thin, so I can remove them pretty quick. But I was surprised that these tips, they were quite thick. As you can see, I'm filing and filing, and we still have more product underneath. So I was curious what kind of tips she was using, and she shared that these were one of the first soft gel tips. She had them like few years ago, and it reminded me of one of the first soft gel tips I tried by myself. I think they were by Apri, and they were so different from what we have now. They were not as flexible, and I think they felt much thicker and harder to remove. I realized that we are using soft gel tips for a few years already. It's not a new product anymore, and it is so different from what we had at the beginning. Oh my god, time flies so fast. Today we have a new product, and couple months later everybody uses it, and it doesn't seem like a new product anymore. That's why I think it's so important to stay up to date with the latest trends and techniques, try new products, so you will be always ahead of the game. When I filed off most of the product from the top, we see some lifting near the cuticles, near the sidewalls, and it even seems like some product in the middle was not fully cured. But luckily we do not have any discoloration or greenies, so I just take it all off. I remove the product completely, and then we proceed to dry manicure. We do this to take care of the sidewalls, of some dry skin, and to prep the nails for nail extensions. I'm using diamond flame shaped bit with red abrasive mark. The speed is about 16,000 rotations per minute. I always clean one side first using forward mode, and then I switch to the opposite rotation, reverse mode, and do the same on the opposite side. Then I push up the cuticles, and depending on the client, sometimes I trim them using electric nail file, but most times I use manicure scissors. I enjoy this part of the service so much when you have this old product and some lifting, but then you remove it, then you clean everything, and we have pretty natural nails. And we're about to do beautiful extensions and some nail art. Let's do nail prep. Since we're doing soft gel extensions, we need to apply dehydrator, let dry, and then I'm going to use non-acid primer from the kit. You can use it before applying gel polishes on natural nails as well as before extensions. Then we need to use base coat, apply a thin layer and cure in LED for 30 seconds. You can also use it for gel extensions, for soft gel extensions, and for gel polish when you're doing overlay or natural nails. We decided to do almond-shaped nails. As you may know, there are many different styles of almond. And normally when you have almond-shaped tips, to me they look more like oval shape. And I prefer more pointed style of almond. So we decided to use stiletto tips, apply them on the nails, and then I'm going to simply file the free edge a little bit so it's not going to be so sharp. And this is how we can simply transition them into almond. I applied the tips, cure for 1 minute, and now I'm going to use builder gel. I did not apply soft gel tip all the way to the cuticle. I have a little margin. Sometimes I do that, and then we can use electric nail file and to file off this margin, and then we need to add some product. But it is going to take some extra time, and if you do not have experience working with electric nail file like this, we can also damage natural nails. So this is the method you can use instead. I'm using builder gel. It's important to use a thick consistency one. We cannot use the base coat for that because it's too thin and it's not really designed to build the nail structure. But builder gel is exactly what we need. I use a small detailer brush because we really need to add just a little bit of the product near the cuticle just to fill the gap. And then I switch to ombre brush to make sure I blend all the product because I'm not planning to file or shape anything. I just want to add product and then proceed to applying the color. The biggest advantage of this method is when you do it like that, once the nail grow, this gap is going to be seamless, because if we have regular soft gel tips, you will see a little gap. I usually use this technique on the clients with thin or damaged nails, like this one, because sometimes she experiences product lifting, and once we do that, we're going to have a better adhesion near the cuticle. And most importantly, when the nails will grow, the margin is not going to be so visible. Then I cure it in LED for 1 minute and I slightly file and shape the nails because I want to turn these stiletto nails into almond nails. I don't need to file or shape anything from the top. I just used a very light buffer, 280 grit, to buff the surface because I always do this to make it matte, and it is going to be more convenient when we're going to apply the colors. After filing and shaping, I always ask my client to wash their hands just to be sure we completely get rid of the dust because we do not want any fuzz as we apply the color. Then I'm going to use colors from this collection, and look at this coverage. This is just one coat and that's all we need. Using only one coat for application is such a time saver because when you use 2 or 3 coats, it doubles your time of the service and of the application. I will be using darker colors from the same collection, and on this one I'm going to do some kind of abstract spots. This is not exactly an animal print, I would call it abstract nail art. I picked 4 colors from this collection, starting from light nude color, then I have a couple beige colors and dark brown because they match so well together. I'm going to do some abstract lines on another nail. I just wanted to point out that these gel polishes work awesome for nail art as well. As you can see, they're so thick, that it's so convenient to apply them just as one color. You do not need to worry that you're going to flood the cuticles, and they're pigmented enough to use them for the nail art. I think you can try doing this design with different colors as well, such as blue, pink, or any colors of your choice. All you need to do is to pick 3 to 4 matching colors. I use detailer brush to create the lines, but as you can see, they're not super thin or tiny. So if you have problems creating super thin lines, you do not need them for this design. And if your hands are shaking when doing these lines, that's exactly what we need to make them even better. Since we have brown and beige colors, golden foil is going to match them so well, so I add some base coat and apply foil on the free edge. And on this nail, we're going to do some kind of abstract lunula made of foil. By the way, when you apply foil like this, make sure that you do not apply multiple layers because you will have troubles sealing it. And then we thought we also need some gold on this nail, so let's add it. Do not forget to apply some base coat before applying foil. And finally, we're going to seal it with a glossy top coat. And as I was sealing them, we thought that we need to use matte top coat as well for the pinky. For some reason, I like how golden foil looks with the matte top coat as well. And the design is ready. Let me guys know what do you think. I will leave all the links and the discount codes in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time here on my channel, consider subscribing, as I post new nail art tutorials and product reviews just like this one every week. See you in my next one. Goodbye.